Potato here, back with another video review. And this time, I am trying not to get sick. Even my dog thinks that this is a bad idea. Now, as you may notice, I'm not in my normal place. We are actually in the process of moving, and since all of our stuff is packed away, I figured this would probably be the best place to do a review, because my house is a construction zone right now. Now, enough about my personal life, let's talk Studio Series. For those of you who don't know, Studio Series is basically an all-stars cast of who was in the Michael Bay films. You got your Optimi, your Bumblebees, your Ironhides, your Starscreams, your Megatrons. Now, since some of the designs were basically just copy and pastes of other ones, kind of like Long Haul and Payload, they felt the need to go ahead and create some newer characters. And one of those mighty all-stars is Devastator. You know, Devastator from Revenge of the Fallen.
I am directly below!
And basically, because Devastator is a combiner made up of just a conglomerate of designs, they decided to take those designs and make some original characters out of them. Yeah, you've got your Scrappers and your Mixmasters and your Long Hauls that are still going to be there, but then you've got guys like this. This is Studio Series Scrap Metal. Honestly, Studio Series is kind of a pick and choose for me. You know, I'm not into every Bumblebee or every Optimus or every Megatron that comes out, but I like the more kind of obscure characters, and this guy fits the list perfectly. I don't even think this guy showed up in the film. He was just kind of a construction vehicle that Devastator absorbed into a hand. But they decided to go ahead and give him his own classic robot mode, which, honestly, I really like. I honestly love the Scavenger G1-esque design. I mean, they are the same vehicle, so why not do the same robot design, you know what I mean? His head sculpt is pretty amazing. It just works really well and gives him kind of a distinct face. I don't know how they managed to do it. You would think all of the Michael Bay Constructicons would look the same, but just the head sculpt on each one allows them to have their own personality. You've even got some excellent vehicle detail in there, like silver gears are picked out, and he's even got some faux headlights on either shoulder that work really, really well. They don't do anything, but they just are there for the aesthetic, and it just kind of works. Honestly, there we go. I called him Scavenger. It happened. Mark it down, because it's probably going to happen about 15 times in this video. His arms are quite nice too, quite posable with the double elbows. One being a ball socket, so it gets you that bicep swivel in there as well. The hands are a little odd though, with like his weird claws, and he's kind of has to have like that gorilla, gorilla syndrome where his hands are always palm up. But that doesn't mean he can't pose like one bad mamma jamma. No waist swivel sadly, but he's got some rockin' killer hips. You can choose to have his legs in like the chicken walker position like most of the movie bots do, or you can have them just extended normally and just give him a normal knee. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't do that. And to top it all off, he's got his own little scorpion tail butt. Basically, it's a butt protector, but then you can fold it around the front, and he's ready for some sports. Basically, Scrap Metal's robot mode is almost Michael Bay perfection, really. It's got all the chaos of the movie bots, but you can tell what it turns into. Honestly, the only complaint I've got with him is his weapon. I don't know if it's supposed to be a shield or just supposed to be like some kind of 2x4 that he picked up in the desert and was smacking people around with it. Although it does have some nice tech detail on the inside there. Anyways, you pop that right out there on his forearm and he looks like he's trying to be a Gundam. So yeah, Scrap Metal basically is almost perfection in robot mode other than a few minor quirks here and there. I mean, it's probably just the design itself, but I feel like his hips are a little too far apart, and the chicken walker legs never ever really do it for me, but that can be fixed very easily. Plus, I guess the palms up thing is a bother, but it's not that terrible, honestly. And from robot mode, we go to his vehicle mode. Well, would you look at that? Scavenger, is that you? Basically, Scrap Metal kind of folds himself around and just kind of flips into this neat little excavator. I mean, yeah, he's a tiny bot, but man, does he squish down for this vehicle mode. Excavators aren't really that big to begin with, vehicle size anyways. He just kind of folds around and origamis himself into like this weird position. And the way his arms work too basically remind me of R.I.D. Grimlock, where one just becomes the seat. Except, you know, I think I enjoyed this transformation just a little bit more. It's so simple and intuitive, yet challenging at the same time. And everything seems to just flow really well. Honestly, the only thing that bothers me is you have to have this little shield thing for vehicle mode, or else the middle cab section kind of looks empty, hollow, and doesn't sit well together. But other than that, it works just fine. I mean, you've even got a working shovel. Even his head's folded away real nice. And if you flip it over, yeah, there's a little robot kibble, but like, where's the robot? There's one there. Tell me where it is. Also, I love how on this guy, basically his groin folds down and it gives you a wheel. So he can just roll along your desk really well without dragging and scraping any of his paint. Honestly, I think this is the best Studio Series bot that I have. It's just a good toy. Now from here, we move on to the weirder segment of his transformation. Constructicons, unite! Or don't unite, just turn into your thing. And for Scrap Metal's final mode, we have Devastator's hand. Huh. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks like the movie design. It's just so odd that they would have an entire figure this good just turn into a hand. I mean, the other side, Scrapper, turns into his entire arm, but I guess you gotta connect this guy to Hightower, and it's a whole ordeal. Essentially, you just unplug his hands, unfold stuff a little bit, and put them on the same side as the excavator shovel, and flip out his little butt peg. So if this is a hand, which is almost the size of mine, this guy's gonna be pretty huge. Studio Series Scrap Metal then. Basically, the triple changing deluxe that I never thought that I needed in my life until now. He's just so good, guys. He is the epitome of what a great movie transformer can be. Not overcomplicated, not oversimplified, just a really good design with a really good vehicle mode, who's a triple changer of all things, and one of his modes is a hand. Alright? Basically, he's just pretty much the best that the Studio Series line can offer. Yeah, his proportions are a little weird, but what Baybot doesn't have weird proportions? And this hand claw thing can be a little bit of a pain to get out at times, but honestly, that's all I can say that's wrong about him. He's just so good. I don't know what else to say. He's everything that R.I.D. Grimlock from 2001 tried to be. And this is just perfection of that design. Alright, I think I've gushed over this deluxe enough for one day. So, that's been it for me, guys. Like, subscribe, do whatever it is you guys do. And I will try to make videos as often as possible. But I do apologize about the wait. Until next time. Bye-bye. One Constructicon down. One to go.
I told you I would not let you get away with this.